What's up, guys? It's your girl Stacey Cake, your host for What's Hot. And today I'm here to talk about the backlash the Odyssey is receiving. The YouTube comments under the trailers are insane. Y'all are not letting up. Y'all got your foot on Christopher Nolan's neck. Oh my God. So this isn't even like a genre that I'm super into, but I had to get into it, especially after seeing the killer outfits on the red carpet. My girl Zendaya ate it up. That's why I had to do a little inspired look by her today. If you guys like this lip combo, make sure you check out my MAC Cosmetics storefront, and you can get this exact lip combo on the storefront. Without further ado, if you like this type of content, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let's get into it. So, Hollywood director Christopher Nolan has spent about $250 million to bring this famous Greek mythology story to life, the Odyssey. But the trailers have revealed that this movie has a bit of a modern twist to it, and people are not happy. But the craziest thing to me is that Christopher Nolan said he figured he would get some backlash for certain things, and he decided to move forward with his vision for the film anyway. I think that's just a wild decision, especially when you're spending so much money. But, as an artist, I do believe you have to kind of stay true to your vision and what you believe. You can't be like super swayed by the public, or else it's no longer going to be yours and what you see. So I respect him for sticking to how he envisioned approaching this film. So for some quick context, the film drops on July 17th, and the cast goes crazy. You got Damon, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, you got Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, and we even have a rapper that nobody was expecting who makes an appearance in this film. So since the trailer has dropped, there have been three major critiques about the film. So I want to get into those three things and what Christopher Nolan's response was to this feedback. Let's break it down one by one. So the first criticism is coming in hot. The thing that everyone is upset about is the accents and the language. So for those of you that don't know, the Odyssey, the original work, is a narrative, lengthy poem written by an ancient Greek poet named Homer. It was believed to be composed in the 8th or 7th century, 7th or 8th century. So when people watched the trailer, they were expecting to hear that type of dialect, but they were met with words like daddy or phrases like let's go, which they were quick to point out in the YouTube comments. Again, on this man's neck, because Christopher Nolan said, away with that. We're going to talk normal. We're going to use modern English completely. And yeah, there was like, I guess, no real attempts at a Greek accent, which I don't even know what a Greek accent sounds like off the top of my head. But again, people were quick to point it out. But this was something that Nolan seemingly expected. He told the LA Times that he wanted the dialogue to hit people emotionally, not intellectually. Oh, that sounds kind of bad. He called it wanting an earthy narrative. And here's the part that's actually wild. He admitted that the choice was a risk and that it might, quote, bite him, unquote, later. So yeah. Is that him being an artistic badass, or is that just him covering for a poor decision that he came to realize fans would not like? Let me know in the comments what you think. So the second major criticism is of the costume design for the soldiers. People are saying the armor looks like Batman. And so again, this is not my expertise. I am not a superhero girly. Now I have seen some Batman films, but that's not really what came to mind when I saw the costumes here. But the second this trailer dropped, people were like literally creating side by side images, comparing it to the bat suit and questioning like, hey, is this Troy or Gotham? But Nolan's defense is actually kind of interesting. He pointed to real Mycenaean era daggers made of black and bronze and explained the process ancient metal workers might have used to darken the metal for high status characters like we see in this film. So the modern look is apparently rooted in real historical materials. So he's essentially saying, y'all don't really know what y'all talking about. I did do a little research despite what y'all may think. This is historically accurate. That's what he said. Again, not my expertise, but I'm gonna just share with y'all what I read. Coming in at number 3, top criticisms is their decision to cast rapper Travis Scott as the Bard. So yeah, people peep this. I didn't even peep this when I watched the trailer. I had to go look up and say, where was Travis? Because like, I don't know, I feel like I don't really be seeing his face like that. Like he be having a little braids. I done see him in a couple like paparazzi shots or something, but I really don't be seeing this man's face like that. So I did not spot him in that quick little take in the trailer at all. Granted, it probably wasn't that many black people, but I kept seeing the other black guy and I did not spot Travis. That's neither here or there. People were like, huh? Like, what was the reasoning? But Nolan has a reason. Y'all just might not understand the reasoning, the context here. He's making ties between poetry and rap and kind of the parallels there that or the similarities that the two art forms have in common. Nolan's reasoning is best summarized this way. So it says the Odyssey was originally passed down by word of mouth for generations before it was ever written. And rap is a modern art form of that same tradition. So this is a bold connection, I think, but do you think it is, or do you think this is a stretch in just trying to justify like having another big artist or big unexpected casted celebrity in this film? And people are really even still today on the YouTube comments like commenting that they're surprised that Universal Pictures hasn't turned the comments off on YouTube because people are going crazy. Y'all might be the ones in the comments going crazy under this trailer. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I know, like, I love film and I love movies. I still have a lot to learn and a lot to watch, but I'm very open-minded when I watch it because it's still an art form. It's still people's interpretation of things. It's people's vision. The cost of the price tag to create these films are expensive, and sometimes when you're dealing with classics, it's a lot of pressure. And I felt the same way with the biopic for Michael. Like when something is deeply beloved by the public or has historical roots, the pressure is just so much more intense. So I enter those arenas, those theaters, those screenings with a very open and empathetic mind and heart, and I just encourage you guys to do the same. This is not saying we can't criticize art. I think that's what it's there for, the critiques and the perceptions and the opinions. It's a joy. I give my opinion all the time, but yo, like it gets to a point where it's like bullying. Like if you guys like this type of content, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time.